This is Steven Alexander for another BSFS comic book review. Ring that bell. Today I look at a comic that's been on the BSFS ad banner for at least 1.5 years, if not longer. Members are probably thinking, when is Steve going to get to the headliner? Well, technically the headliner is Earth Squadron, but that's still in progress. What the BSFS was talking about was this really big cover of Fight of the Century #1 by the Allen brothers. Set in a futuristic Neo-Rio de Janeiro, this comic follows a roid and growth hormone-fueled MMA match between two top competitors. And now, what I've been waiting to do for a year now, my boxing announcer voice. On the left, wearing the navy blue boxers, weighing in at a completely inaccurate weight of 182 kilograms, from the baddest barrio of Brazil, representing the stone hamster style of martial arts, sporting the IQ level of an 8-year-old, and a record of 4 wins, 4 losses, and 4 no decisions thanks to bribed officials. He enters Punga. On the right, wearing the black shorts and a hairstyle that should have been left in the 80s, weighing in at the completely fictitious weight of 188 kilograms, from the place that put the L in El Salvador, representing the Rock'em Sock'em robot style of fighting, sporting a record of 13 wins, 0 losses, and world record 14 domestic violence convictions. Our champion, Diego D.O.A. Andrade. What did I like about the story? Besides the fact that this story gave me an excuse to do a boxing announcer voice, a chance that I missed out on for my dub of Ace Blade, I enjoyed the snarkiness of a futuristic MMA. This is what the MMA would look like if Dana White had set up the UFC first in Macau or Pablo Escobar's mansion. Heck, with Brett Kavanaugh and Uncle Thomas on Supreme Court, this might come true in the US in the near future. Yes, I called out Dana White and the whole UFC scam. Now fight me, fanboys! Before the fight, the combatants are Mario Mushroom style boosted to 7'9" size. Bane from Batman will be proud of how his Venom became commercialized. The fight ends on a shocking note which sets up the future of the main character in the story. The art is pretty good in most of the scenes. While the pacing splits between backstory and action, the story covers the seediness of organized MMA in a futuristic way with lots of snarky boxing comedy. If you ever follow the sport of boxing, you might recognize a few of the tropes the authors used. What didn't I like about this story? The other combatant is portrayed as some kind of unstoppable menace, but he is not the villain. The villain is barely seen, using Punga's team to hurt him. Sure, the sport is dangerous, but why would the villain set up Punga to win? Usually set up the guy to lose. Maybe he had a different sort of game going on. There's an underlying cynicism that rounds its way through the comics, and while it's funny, it does weigh the story down a bit without further backstory. Is this the only job in Neo Rio? Surely they could have found other less obnoxious jobs to do rather than participate in the cesspool that future UFC is certain to become. Oh look, I bashed the UFC and Dana White. Come fight me, fanboys! My recommendation. This story puts up a great fight. But is it saga? No, but it's not trying to be. I think it's aiming for Hajime no Ippo, perhaps the best boxing manga ever. And I think it lands the knockout. I give Fight of the Century a TKO of 4.5 out of 5 stars. Ring the bell and buy this comic at Rexo Comics. Link in the description down below. Got any comments, suggestions, or works for me to review? Don't forget to like and subscribe, and leave a comment down below. Do it now, because if you don't, you'll forget that and your entire game plan when you get hit. Just ask Mike Tyson about that.